Welcome everyone. Today, we are going to have the Zoom to introduce you to the Christmas camp arrangement. And what I want to introduce you is to Mr. Da Xu, which is here. Hi.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hey
So
guys.
Da has been in the company for quite a few years now. He usually helps to deal with the Mandarin speaking parents, but this time he got a very special task. He is the coordinator for the Christmas camp. So what I would do now is I'm going to pass you to him. I'm going to switch off my video as well and my mic, and he's going to go through with all the questions. If you've got any questions, please send it in the group or to Candy or Ginny, and then at the very end of the presentation, we are going to let you know. Yep. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Eve, and hello everyone. So for those ones who don't know me, obviously Eve just did the introduction. My name's Da, and this year I'm in charge of the Christmas camp project with Elite. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all the parents and students who have chosen to stay with Elite this winter time, because we understand it has not been an easy time, because usually parents will see their children and students will go home for Christmas time. But this year it's been very special. But rest assured that Elite has to secure the three of them. You will hear about. I think we're just doing our best to make sure that everybody will smooth and safe camp with. So the goal, the objective of this camp, of this Zoom, is to provide you with all the information about these camps. And also, very importantly, we're going to just go through the code of conduct, which is one of the most important things that children will need to respect to have a very smooth time and safe time in these camps. And we will have some question time at the end. So make sure, like Eve said, if you could just type your questions and my colleagues will collect them. At the end, we will be able to answer them for you. Okay, so we're going to just start with a little bit of introduction of the camps. So we're going to start with the Stratford House. So the Stratford House is in the city of Canterbury, so which is about an hour by train from London. And the camp is actually located in a very good, convenient location, which is about 10-minute walk from the city centre. So you can see on the photos above, so it's a house that children will be staying in, and it's a very nice traditional English house with an outdoor garden, so you don't have to worry that they will be always stay indoors. And one of the convenient houses, because it's so closely next to the city center, so if you forget anything, and get them. So in terms of the accommodation, it's single room for everybody, and including the bedding and COVID regulation. They can't really clean the room 2 regularly a week. And children and students are recommended to bring their own towels. In terms of the facilities, and in the houses, you've got a kitchen, you've got the laundry room as well, so you can do your laundry anytime you want. You can do some easy cooking, but obviously the food is provided in a canteen, which is about 5-minute walk. So you don't have to do any cooking if you don't need to. And high-speed Wi-Fi is covered throughout the houses, so parents can easily get in touch with their children if they want to. So you can see the photos are below. It's the room photos. You can see there's a desk and there's bathrooms, so quite standard. So we're going to go to the activities. So if people or students or parents who have not received this, so we've opened a link that we will share later on our website. So you will be able to see this program on the link. Okay, just go through very quickly. So in the mornings usually is a project club. So what you will be doing is, for example, we do some English language PowerPoint presentation, for example, very useful in the future when you need to attend university, etc. So you might need to do designer and handicraft or write a poem, things like that. And in the afternoon, sometimes it's a sports time. And in the evening, it will be more like entertainment, so like a quiz night, a movie night, things like that. And on Christmas Day, of course, you've got the special Christmas edition of the activities and open presents, so that every student will not feel lonely and feel like a sense of being in a fun group. Okay, so that is the house. We're going to move on to the Berkshire College, as I put the photos there so that you can see it immediately, that it has because it's a college, so it has a beautiful campus, you can see, covered by all the green landscape. And you can see the classroom is over there and also the sports hall. And it's located in the town of Maidenhead, which is about an hour and 30 minutes from London. Accommodation-wise, you can have twin rooms or single rooms. And so I think you've indicated what you want, and then we've already told the camp what you need. There's very standard thing as the Stratford House about the cleaning and the bin collection, etc. So you're still recommended to bring your own towels, and if you don't, not to worry, we will be able to help you should you forget anything. So that is not to worry. In terms of the facilities, so we've got the classrooms that we're just showing you now. We've got the meeting rooms, we've got large dining rooms, etc. So again, it will be a canteen for all the students. So you will have warm food, hot food for lunch and dinner, and like pastries and yogurt and fruit stuff for breakfast. Wi-Fi is covered everywhere. It's not going to be as good as Stratford House, but for daily activities and contacting your parents or social media, it should not be a problem. So again, it's the program for UKLC, which is the camp provider. The place is called Berkshire College, it's the same thing. And you can see that they've got excursions. You can see the dark blue is the excursion activities. And the good thing about Berkshire College is actually you've got English lessons provided by professional teachers 4 mornings of the week. Should you wish to attend, you can go. And if you've got any requirements on the English tutoring, for example, we will be able to accommodate that and talk to the teacher to see whether they can give you private tutoring, etc. And if you've got any questions on these program, of course, by all means, let us know. These are subject to change depending on what are available though. Now, the third one is the Cornet Hotel. So these are for more mature students, so over 16, 15, and when they are more independent and can sort out their life more regularly. So we see that actually it is in the city center of London. So it's next to Aldgate East Station with very, very easy access to all the train stations. And they've got big rooms with bathrooms. You can see on the picture below. You will have a working desk as well, as the picture indicates. And above in the photo, workspace for all the students to go if they want to. And it's a hotel, so they provide towels, you don't have to bring any. And in terms of the laundry, unlike the other camps, which they will organize the laundry for the students, this one we will have to go via third party. But this is going to be managed by our staff, who is going to be there in the hotel 24/7. So you just have to tell them what you need and they will help you out. In terms of the facilities, like I just mentioned, there is a very spacious common area for study and relaxation, and Wi-Fi is of very good speed. And there's a hot water station on each floor where you want to get any tea or coffee or noodles, instant noodles, and you will be able to. And bear in mind, it's a very central location. So literally supermarkets are just within 5-minute walking distance. So it's very convenient if you need anything. Okay, so there's no program for this camp. Now, before arrival, I would suggest all the students to talk to their relevant elite staff to make sure to understand their route. So should you take the train or if you have got a taxi booked, make sure that you talk to them. At the same time, we will be able to create a group like we used to do with all the half terms exit to make sure that you're in the group with our teachers as well as the transport coordinator, so that please do respond in the group where you are, have you received the information, etc., to make sure that your travel is going smoothly. And in terms of the preparation of the trip, so you need to take the necessary belongings with you. So we're talking about real cards. If it's electronic, then of course don't need to take it. The towels, which is very important, the thick winter wear, because you will be going on excursions, etc. So make sure they are with you. Face masks and COVID test kits, if you need to take some, bring them with you. Otherwise, which I will talk about in a bit, is the camps will also provide that. So any medications, make sure that you bring them with you, pocket money. There's one thing we don't recommend you to take is your passports, just to make sure that it is in the safe place with your school, so you will not need it. On the day of travel, so make sure that your phone is properly charged, okay? And then keep your mobile always on so that we can reach to you to know your whereabouts and so that we can arrange the pickup properly. And another thing is, so do you make sure that you have a note of the mobile number of the lead staff? Usually it's in the WhatsApp group, so make sure that you have got that. Once you arrive, then a quick message to say to the parents that you've arrived safely, which is important for them not to worry about you. Now, there are things we need to make sure that you do, especially for the students in these camps. Several keywords here. So we're talking about behavior. So which means that you have to follow the rules. You have to, in terms of the camps, if you can't leave the camp, then you can't, and you have to talk to relevant staff should you need to go. In terms of the tolerance, okay, there are students from not only our company is looking after some of the students, there are other school students. They're all from different backgrounds. So you need to make sure that you respect each other and tolerate each other, which is really important here. Then respect is the same thing. Make sure that you say hello to your peer students, say please and thank you to people who offer you help. Safety is super important. I think safety and health can be taught together. So we talk about a little bit of the COVID measures that you need to bear in mind is masks. If you need to wear them in the common area, make sure that you do. But usually in the camp situation, once you tested negative, it's like a bubble, so you don't really have to. But when we're talking about going out on excursion, getting on the public transport or to go to anywhere that is very crowded, then you have to make sure that you do. And in terms of safety, I'm going to repeat that later as well. So you need to have the 24-hour emergency number of the camp, but that I will talk about more in details later. So in terms of English, it's important that you speak English. I understand that people or students, you tend to speak your own language, but it's actually for you to mingle with other background students, a perfect opportunity for you to do so. And with the staff, make sure that you speak English as well. Time is basically make sure that you respect the time for doing things, for lessons, for excursions. This becomes super important when you go on excursion outside of the camp, because if you miss any of the grouping time, then the staff might need to look for you, which will add extra problem. Then communication, I think that is throughout the whole time of your stay, no matter which camp, anything, just let us know. If you need to go out, which I will also mention later, do talk to the on-site elite staff as well as the camp staff. Okay, so for the more mature students, we've got here several words for you guys. We're talking about the smoking, drugs and alcohol. Make sure that you obey the rules. No smoking in anywhere in the camp except when they're outdoors. Drugs and alcohol, that is going to be not allowed. The night time, we're talking about if you're playing your video games really, really late, and we have the right to tell you this is the time for you to sleep. Okay, so you need to stay legal, which means that you can't get any dangerous things from other students or other strangers outside of the camp. The internet to use is the same thing. I just talked about a little bit of the gaming use. So make sure that they're of good use instead of abusing the internet use time. In terms of privacy, so make sure that you don't give your personal information to anyone that you do not know, okay, including your bank details, etc. Now, in terms of the going out bit, I need to elaborate a little bit more on that. So for the Berkshire College, let's start with that one, because that one is quite isolated in about 10-minute drive from Maidenhead. So you will not be able to leave the camp without booking a transport. So for them, for the students who are going to Berkshire College, if you need to go out, we will need to get the notification or the parent's permission 24 hours beforehand. Okay, we can then approve it or not. In terms of the students in start of house, so if you're over 16, if you're going out for just a local trip to the supermarkets, that's fine. But if you need to go out for more than 1 hour and you're below 16, then we need parents' permission 24 hours beforehand as well. And for the hotel students, for the corner hotel residents, make sure that you will not have any restrictions on going out, but you will have to tell the elite staff on site that you about your arrival time. So if you're going out in the morning, you have to tell them when you'll be back, okay? And no going out is allowed after 10 p.m. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about COVID testing. So the COVID situation, I think people are aware of the newest development. Everyone is recommended to wear a mask now. But like I mentioned, if you go into a camp and you tested negative before you enter, that camp becomes a bubble for you. So you don't have to wear a mask inside. But here I'm just talking a little bit about the testing. So for example, in Berkshire College, you will be doing 2 lateral flow tests per week. Okay, same as you were when you're in school. And if you tested positive, and then we will book another PCR test at once to confirm that test result. And if again that test is positive, then we will do a self-isolation for you. If you're in a single room, then that's where you're going to be. We provide you food, etc. But if you're sharing a room, then we would just isolate you in a different room. And usually when the symptoms, you shouldn't be having too many symptoms. But if you do, let us know. And after 7 days, if you test negative again, then you will be able to go back to all the normal activity. That is for the COVID testing. Now, emergencies. Like I said, we will have a 24-hour emergency contact phone number for each student to have. We will also have this on-site manager's contact. Sometimes they're the same person, sometimes they are not. If they're not, make sure that you get a bit of both. The on-site manager probably sometimes changes, so you would need to know who is there and who for you to contact. We will always have an elite staff contact, and you will have my contact anyway on the webpage. Okay, so you've got my number. If there's anything, you can talk to me, but I think the closest person will be the on-site manager. If you've got any, say if you're ill, you're not feeling well, then the first thing we will do is to send the health assistant to you on site. And if it doesn't get better, let's hope not, then you will be taken to see a doctor or a hospital if needs be. Okay, now things we do need from parents. I have mentioned that we've created a link. This link will be shared with you very shortly, where you will find this link is affiliated to our website, where you will see the camp information, as well as the camp program for Stratford House and Berkshire College. So you can have a look. At the same time, very, very importantly, we will need you to fill in a consent form. Without this consent form, the children will not be able to enter the camps. So super important for you to read through the things on the form and sign it. We've made it really simple for you. You can just sign it online with your mouse. Just do a signature on the web page. Quite simple. Because this consent form has information, for example, like the allergy that your children are having, or any health concern. So these are super important for the health and safety here in the UK. And if obviously the children need to leave the camp to do anything, we would need the permission from you as well. So please give us time to approve it. I think that's pretty much it. I think we've come to the Q&A time.
Not quite. So what I want to do is I want to show everyone about the website that we created, especially for this camp, so that everyone will have access to it and you can get the information. So first thing is the website. Okay, cool. I think everyone can see it now, right? So if you come back to the Elite's website, elitesac.com, I think everyone now should know. Underneath the Christmas 2021, there is the Christmas info for joiners. So please click in. Then you will see we have separated the 3 different options for you in here. So for example, what Star talk about the consent form, we have actually tried to speak to individual organizer, but they quite insistent that you guys need to read a note and sign it. If I show you for Stafford House, please click this link. I would say please do it before you enter the camp. Once you come to this link, you will need to put all the details, and then there will be a series of questions about everything, medical and stuff. And then in the end, when we actually need a signature, Stafford Hub was very adamant. And this is how you do it. You just use your mouse and then you can do a signature. And then right at the end, you just press submit. If anyone find it very difficult, you can WhatsApp and just say, yes, I agree to everything. I'm just going to say this very quickly in Cantonese. 因為 Stafford House 同埋 UKLC 即係 Berkshire College 呢邊咧，佢哋都幾鬼佬嘅，佢哋唔可以為我哋監護人去安排咗小朋友，我哋代簽晒所有嘢，佢都要求家長睇一次佢哋學校發出呢啲同意書啦。基本上都係問翻一啲醫療問題啦，問翻一啲可唔可以影相啊之類嘅問題。咁如果大家其實基本上冇問題，你又覺得啱啱嗰張 form 很長嘅話咧，你可以就咁 WhatsApp 我哋，咁你話 OK 同意信代簽，咁我哋就會幫你代簽。咁我而家翻返去英文啦。So it's the same as Berkshire College. If you are going to Berkshire College, I will need you to go into the consent form and fill it in. Now, UKLC actually asks a very simple form. It's basically about your medical conditions and then just sign it. Basically, that's it. One thing about this web page is that it contains every single information that you really need. So what Da just said about the activity program, it is uploaded here. So you can click on it and it will take you to the program, and it's going to be day by day. Emergency contact, there is Da's telephone number. If you want to speak to someone at Stafford House, this is the number to dial as well. And if you want to send any Amazon parcel, there is the address for you to send as well. Berkshire College, same again. I've put everything on here so you can click on it and then you can see every single day, all the activities over here. And then the emergency details. There's also a code of conduct by UKLC, which I've uploaded, and then the emergency contact on here, and also the address. I think what I would do is I'll have a tab about permission. So what sort of permission you need, how do you get it on here later on. With Conda Hotel, again, you've got the emergency is going to be with Sonia and also with the address as well. So please, if everyone can have a look on this website, and if you're going to Stafford House or Berkshire College, please send us the consent form before you come. So this is it for today. This is recorded, so everything will be again on the website. I will put this recording on the website and also the PPT that we just got all on the website. And now we will see if there's any questions. So Da, have you seen the question?
I saw a question about the passport.
Yeah, so all the question is in the WhatsApp.
So questions about the passport not needed for checking for the corner hotel. I think as long as we bring a copy of, we'll be fine. We don't need the original one.
So do students need to show
and you
passport?
don't need a passport to see a doctor. No.
Don't need to. Yes, that's right. Yep. And any
other questions?
Okay, so once more, I will say this in Cantonese. 呢個 video 係而家 record 咗嘅，我盡可能都做翻一個中文字幕版 if 大家唔聽唔明。所有呢一個 video 同埋嗰啱啱嗰個 PowerPoint， 同埋另外關於點樣可以出街或者點樣可能嗰日唔參加 activities 呢啲咁嘅規矩咧，我都會寫翻喺啱啱我 show 你嗰個網址度。今次嘅聖誕營全部 嘅資料就喺一個 website 度全部睇晒。I just very quickly also want to announce we are going to have a Christmas party on Wednesday. So we're not going to be working quite much. I believe if you are coming on the 10th or the 11th, all the arrangements are already in place.
Can I add
Yeah.
something just very, very quickly?
Yeah.
So for the students who are there, please remember that we will be adding you to a group so that you know your transport information. So please bond in that group. We will create the group 1 week before your travel date. Okay, so make sure that you do reply to that, and it's not sort of a scam group. It's a group that we created for you. It's very important to make sure that you get the camps smoothly and safely for everybody.
Hey, thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.